Guys doing? I'm so happy that you guys are here with me at the Messy Sweet Spot. I want to take you guys on a ride, and we need to talk about this because this is happening very often in our community, and it's still happening. I've been talking about this for a couple of years now, and I stopped for a moment, but I got to get back on that train, and we need to talk about this. And every life's matter, every ebony girl matters. Every ebony matters. Everybody lives matter. However, it saddens me that we have to say rest in peace to this beautiful girl. This girl, she was 19 years old, 19 y'all, and she was taken out by this black Kang. The Kang is in the middle, okay? And the reason why I call him a Kang because when he was growing up, you called him a Kang. When he was in his teenagers, you called him a Kang. Before you got to know him, you called him a Kang. Okay, so Kang is what it is. Okay, maybe y'all need to stop calling everybody a Kang. Okay, stop putting that label on everybody. Everybody ain't no Kang. So y'all Kang have struck again. And the another thing that really is sad about this Kang, did you know it's the other girl? You see that it's two girls on here, okay? I know they're both beautiful, they're both young, but work with me. The one that's smiling, he took her out. She's no longer living with us. Okay, rest in peace. She passed away a couple of weeks ago. I believe it was January the 17th. It was sometime this year, earlier this year. Okay? And that was his girlfriend. They met at a tattoo shop. You know, he's a tattoo. He goes around and he put tattoos on people's bodies, right? And before I continue on, I see y'all up in here now. Hey, I'm sorry I was kind of late, you guys. How you doing, Blue Ivy? It's so good to see you. Hey, Lisa Wilson. Hey, Lola Rose. Hey, Maxwell. What's going on, Miss Flowers 420? What's going on, Morris? How y'all doing? Hey, Lady Anna. How you doing? What's up, Random? Okay. What's up, Miss J? I would say your first name, but I don't want to mispronounce it. What's going on, Chrissy? Okay. Hey, Ashley. Hey, girl. Hey, access denied. Ooh, I'm scared of you. Access denied. So I wish more women, and especially these young girls, will have access denied when it comes to meeting these men. And I just hope that these parents are talking to their kids about relationships at an early age. I feel like y'all need to start having this conversation at 10, 12, 11 years old. I know y'all say that's too young, but that's my opinion, okay? I started to have relations and want relations when I was around 13. I found myself wanting relations, but I could never tell my parents about it because I already knew their answer. And I didn't know who to date, who not to look for. You know, I was just doing my thing. But, for her to be 19 years old and want to be in a relationship, I think 19-year-old is too young to be in a relationship. When I was young that age, I was in a relationship. And I think it's too young to be in a relationship. But these teenagers are getting in relationships at a young age at 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's best for you to talk to them about relationships and what to look for and what not to look for in a man. And these are triggering points that you want to stay away from when it comes to dating way before they gonna do it, because they gonna do it. You just don't know they gonna do it, and they can lie to you and say they ain't doing it, and they really are doing it. And the reason why they lie to you, because you don't give them space to be themselves, because you too probably feel like you too young to date. I don't want you to date. And just because you tell them shut up about it, we ain't talking about it, you too young, and that's it. You really think that's the end all of it? Girl, please. Girl, please. We're gonna be dating behind your back. That's the end of it. That's the end. We're gonna tell you about it. Oh, how about that? That's the end. We're gonna tell you about it. So you want to keep those lines of communication open. with your kids and you don't ever want to cut them off and just say, no, you're not going to do it. I mean, you can say, no, you're not going to do it, but I will always open the lines up for them to feel comfortable to talk to you about anything. Because when they're in a bad relationship and a guy is really threatening them, they're not going to tell you because they already know you told them already not to do it. So they don't feel comfortable telling you. So sometimes they just stomach this out and until it's too late, until that guy take them out of here because her parents, I talked to her parents. Her parents had no idea, girl. Her parents had no idea. All her parents could say on that news is, why did he have to kill her? Honey, why didn't she not know to avoid those type of men? Why did she have the intelligence to know, okay, these are the signs that this older man is creepy? And it's not enough for you guys to say, oh, if a man is twice your age, you better run from him because he's a pedo. That's not enough. They're not trying to hear that. You need to sit down and really explain and really communicate, ask them their opinions about it, and don't get mad when their opinions is not what you want to hear. And just keep on having conversations about it like hot topics. Shoot. Okay. Okay, hey, that's my girl. That's my girl. Hey, Thompsonaya. Hey, Thompsonaya. I know you called and you told me how to pronounce it, but girl, I forgot. Okay. I'm gonna have to give you a nickname, boo. Okay. But I thank you so much. Hey, beautiful family. Hey, beautiful family. How you guys going? I love it. I love it. I love it. And you guys know this is a hard topic to swallow. This is not a gossip topic. So I need you guys' support, especially when I do these type of topics. I love when you guys call in, give your input when it comes to these topics. So I can keep these topics alive on this channel, or else we're just gonna be talking about some gossip now. Now you see, I'm not talking about Krishan Rock. Ain't I'm doing a good job? I stopped cussing, and I don't talk about Krishan Rock on this channel. Don't y'all? Hello, can we get some whoop whoop? Can we get some whoop whoop? Okay, can I get a woo woo woo? What they say? Woo woo woo. Woo woo woo. Do y'all remember that? Woo woo woo. Woo woo woo. Can I get a woo woo? All right. Ooh, I tell ya. But it's sad. The lady that's smiling, she's 19 years old. She is gone, y'all. And she was so smart. She was so book smart. But when it comes to these relationships, she was not smart. And you hear that very often, don't you? When it comes to these black girls, these black sisters, they're so intelligent in school. They're so this and say they're so talented. But when it comes to these relationships with these men, girl, that's where they fail at. That's where they failing at. So we really need to have a discussion to understand, okay, why do these girls keep on falling for the same okey doke when it comes to these kings? Okay. And she's just so young, 19 years old. So the girl you see with the full face, and I come close to her face, the one on the other side, he was dating her before the girl with the smile. And he shot the girl with the face with the closed mouth. He shot her. Okay. And he was in jail for it. But guess what? They let him back out. They let him back out and he came out and he was going into society. See, I blame you guys because you guys always want to free these criminals. You guys always want to say, well, we need to give them rehab. We need to do this for them. We need to do that for them. No, you don't. Okay, if you want to do anything for these criminals, how about prevention? How about when they're boys and growing up as men, you teach them, don't be a criminal. You enforce, don't be a criminal. Don't hit nobody, just like you enforce, don't be gay. Okay, that same, I don't want you to be gay. This is wrong. Have that same type of energy towards being a criminal, hitting no women. Okay, y'all don't have that same enforcement. Okay. So, prevention is everything. I'm not gonna do this rehab stuff with y'all. Okay, that's y'all billing. I'm not doing it. Okay. Tom, mm, Tom Sanaya. Tom Sanaya, hey girl, donated $5. She said, Tommy says, woo, woo, woo. Hell yeah. What's up, Tommy? Woo, woo, woo. I know that's right, Tommy. Tommy, I can get with that girl. Tommy, just like Tommy Lee. Tommy, I can get with that. Now I can say that real quick. Okay, Tommy. That's my girl, Tommy. Yes, it is. Tommy, I'm so glad you gave me that nickname, Tommy. Honey. So yeah, so I want to go here and shout out where I'm at. This is the girl right here. Shout out to Black Girl Unlock damn. Black Girl Unlost, okay? Like I'm unlost with these words. And she subscribed to my channel. She always showed me love in the comments, and I'm showing her love too, and I gave her credit. Yeah, this is a 19-year-old girl. Look at her. Look, she had a whole life ahead of her. She won't able to see herself get married. She won't even be a mom. Don't y'all care about motherhood? He took being a mom away from her. He took being a mom away from her. Okay. And it could have been prevented with the system. Once they pow somebody, why don't y'all lock them up? Why do y'all keep on releasing them back out? Huh? Tell me what president is gonna keep these Kangs in the jail and keep them there when they pound people. Okay. Tell me that. All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I'm going to respond to it. And I would love for you guys to comment. I want to know your thoughts about it as well. So in the beginning, they give you guys a little bit about her so you guys can know a little bit about her.
First question is, what is my real name? Well, as y'all know, my channel name is Sienna Amari, but my real name is AMARRIAH Smith.
Now, can you guys hear? I don't know if it's me or what. It sounds like my audio is so low. Press 5 if you guys can hear her well, or press 3 if it sounds like my audio is very low. I don't know what's going on. Sound like the audio is so low. Let me go to the system. Let me go to sound. Oh, you guys can hear it? I don't know what you guys are saying. Can you just tell me if you can hear? I'm going to stop that numbers because I swear I tell y'all numbers and I forget it myself. I'm going to have y'all just type it in. Okay, what is 5 and what is 3? Which one is which? Can y'all hear good? Or is it too late? Too low. Wait, Gigi. Why? Wait, Gigi. Why you ain't give me a shout out for the cash app to the super chat? Better way or something. Honey, I didn't know you gave me a cash app. Now you know that ain't like me, honey. Honey, all you have to do is let me know. Hold on. Oh shoot, I didn't see this, honey. Honey done donated me $10, y'all, on a cash app, PINKLIPS500. He just keep calling me, y'all. This guy that's calling me right now, he talking about he want to get married. He want to marry me, y'all. I said, hell no. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate that, honey. Honey didn't donate the dollars, baby. Can y'all hear it? I can't hear nothing. Why is it so low?
Any parents is listening, wrap your hand around your child, because once they're gone, you can't wrap your arms around it no more.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put this back up here. On my end, I can barely hear anything. I don't know why it's so low. It's kind of low. It's very low. Not kind of low. It's very low. Let me see. Is the music working? I don't know why is it so low. I turned the volume up. Could be the video. It's very. Can you guys hear me? Am I low too? Can you guys hear me loud and clear, or am I low as well? Comment, let me know. Press 1 if I'm low, too, if you guys can hear me loud and clear. What? No, you know what? Just tell me in the comment section. Just say, yeah, I can hear you real loud and clear, or nah, your audio is low as well. Okay. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. Yes, yes, I can hear you. Okay.
I don't know why he killed her.
It's so low. I'm trying to think of something else. Hold on. Why is it so low? It's so low.
A Japanese restaurant, and you just started talking to me about guys, and you just told me that you know, always supported me and you'd always be there.
Yeah, say you guys can hear me, but the video is low. You loud and clear. Thank you, Shelly. But why is this video so low? If it's not one thing, it's another. I have no idea why this video is so low. I'm trying to see what else can I do. I can play it through my phone. Would that help if I play it through my phone? Because I have no idea why this video is so low. So let me try to play it with my phone. Older Predator. Just give me 1 second, Black. I'm lost. Yeah, okay, you guys can hear me. That's great. But why can't you guys hear the audio? What is wrong with the computer?
The difference between this and this completely changed.
All right, so I'm going to put it on my phone so you guys can hear it better. While I play it here, I'm going to see if I can just do it both.
First question is, what is my real name? Well, as y'all know, my channel name is Sienna Amari, but my real name is AMARRIAH Smith.
You know, this was supposed to be a fun experience, but instead she's upstairs tapping her brains out.
Any parents that's listening, wrap your hand around your child, because once they gone, you can't wrap your arms around them no more. He didn't have to kill her. I don't know why he killed her.
All right. So oh, it's so hard. I'm trying to. Can you guys can hear that audio, huh? Why is that like that? Let me see the preference audio. Where do you have any idea why is it so low? I can hear it. Okay, you can hear this video too. Can you guys hear the video good and clear? I'm gonna try to let it play.
Any parents that's listening, wrap your hand around your child, because once they gone, you can't wrap your arms around them no more. He didn't have to kill her. I don't know why he killed her.
"19-year-old AMARRIAH Smith was a beautiful, loving, outgoing, and ambitious young woman with a heart of gold. She had a bright smile and positive personality that would brighten any room she walked into. Originally from Nashville, North Carolina, AMARRIAH graduated from Nash Central High School in 2022. Things were looking up for her. She was looking forward to the college experience and all it had to offer, and even had the pleasure of visiting Rome just before graduation. In a heartfelt post, her older sister, whom she had an extremely close relationship with, stated, "I'm so full of emotions. My baby has graduated. AMARRIAH, I have watched you grow into a loving, smart, beautiful, caring, confident young lady. You have given me the most important job there is, and that's being your big sister. I love you, and I can't wait to see what you conquer next. Congratulations to my baby girl.
So that's her graduating.
School, AMARRIAH was a cheerleader and senior class president, sparking her desire to major in elementary education at Elizabeth City State University in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, a small HBCU with roughly 2,000 students.
Clouds and in the middle.
Oh yeah, I got college.
AMARRIAH also had a thing for tattoos. It was her form of expression. It was an art, so it wasn't surprising when she began frequenting a local tattoo shop near the university. At some point, AMARRIAH would meet and begin a relationship with an older male who worked as a tattoo artist at the shop. Never could she have imagined that this decision would change her life forever. On January 17th, the State Bureau of Investigation would respond to a report of an abandoned vehicle at a Beaufort County business located on U.S. Highway 264 East after a tow truck employee reported finding a body inside the trunk of a vehicle. Based on the missing persons report and details of the case, the body was immediately thought to be that of 19-year-old AMARRIAH Smith, found murdered just 2 weeks after returning back to campus from winter break. According to the SBI, the employee of Tyco Crushing in Washington had the vehicle towed after it was abandoned in their parking lot. The body was subsequently discovered after the vehicle was towed to their facility. The vehicle was traced back to a 29-year-old male by the name of Jordan Thomas. An investigation revealed.
Okay, so this is Jordan Thomas. I'm sorry it's so low. I have no idea why it's like that. I gotta figure it out. I'm so sorry that you guys have to hear that low thing. But what did they say his name was? He's 29 years old, 10 years older than her. What's his name?
Washington had the vehicle towed after it was abandoned in their parking lot. The body was subsequently discovered after the vehicle was towed to their facility. The vehicle was traced back to a 29-year-old male by the name of Jordan Thomas. Jordan
Thomas. Jordan Thomas. This is the guy that took her out. 29-year-old Jordan Thomas. Okay. Now, she didn't do anything to deserve this. I'm assuming that she realized how crazy he was and she wanted to leave. You know, she had a bright future ahead of her. She wanted to do so much, and he's nothing but a tattoo parlor guy, 29-year-old tattoo guy, and that's all he's going to do. You know, so she met him. He was tattooing her. He works at a tattoo shop. And they said down her university, she went down from her university to this tattoo shop and she wanted to get some tattoos. And that's when she met him. And that's when he was sweet talking her. And I bet you he was like, well, I can hook you up with these tattoos. I can do it for free. You know, let me take you on a date sometime. That's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? And she probably like, oh, you gonna hook me up with some tattoos? Because they said she loved tattoos. And she like, oh, you gonna hook me up with some tattoos? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna hook you up with some tattoos. She thinking it's just, you know, he just gonna hook her up. And honey, that hooking up, he probably said, let me take you out. In the beginning, it was probably fine. And then if he felt like, oh, she been playing me or she really don't like me, then these guys will lash out. And you don't have to do nothing either. They don't have to be a confirmed relationship, just for the simple fact that you allowed him to give you a free tattoo and you allow him to take you out to eat. Sometimes these guys feel like they own you now, that you're their property, especially if he's going after 19-year-old, somebody that can easily be manipulated. You know, and then when she was trying to probably say, no, I don't want to do this no more, or, you know, this is too much right now, he's probably feeling some type of way, and there's no excuse. And he probably lashed out and had it in his mind he was going to take her away from here. And that's what he did. He took her out and he dumped her in his trunk and he left his car abandoned. He didn't even have the audacity to tell her parents or to call her parents. He never even met the parents. The parents never even met him. Because why? Why? Because this girl was dating this guy allegedly behind the parents' back. She didn't feel comfortable telling her parents, "Hey, I'm dating this guy in a parlor, tattoo parlor, and he's twice my age." Her parents would probably freak out. But I would rather for my child to have a direct line and tell me everything than for them to be too scared and not tell me nothing at all. And I'm sitting up here worried, wondering, I want to meet your boyfriend. I want to meet your friends. What happened to the days when these parents wanted to meet their friend, their sons and daughter friends? Let me meet your friends. Let I want to invite them over for dinner. I want to have dinner with them. I want to see where their mind at. I want to get to know their parents. I want to talk to their parents. I want to know where they come from. You know. So I think that is real loss in this society now. I don't think a lot of people do that. I hear relatives say their son is leaving. I'm like, well, did you meet their friends? They going out with their friend. They're like, no, I don't know their friends. How you not know their friends? Why don't you know their friends? I don't want, because they ashamed. They think I'm doing too much, too nosy. I don't know. I think that you do yourself a good job if you still have that direct open line to your kids and they give you access and they feel like it's a safe space without judgment, just so you can know more. Because if you really want to be nosy and know, you can't be too judgmental. I mean, that's not going to work with anything. If I'm so judgmental on someone, they're never going to let me in. They're never going to feel like a free space to be themselves or to tell me the truth. And that's something important, that you always want that. Just because you judge somebody does not mean they're going to listen to you. They can pretend like they're listening to you, but actuality, they're doing something else behind your back. And that defeats the purpose, right? So I'll be mindful of that. So what do you guys think about it? It says some of these crazies are delusional. Well, they're your brothers, they're your kings. A lot of these kings are that way. And the thing is, how did they get that way, Lady Ann? How did they get that way? They got that way from their upbringing. They got their way from their upbringing. I'm sure at one point in time in this lifetime, this 29-year-old, he was innocent. However, he got corrupted by his own family, by society, and things around him. And he felt like he can put justice in his hands. He felt that he was God in order to justify and to judge somebody and to cast them into death, which he did. He judged her. He said, "You're not worthy of living. I'm going to put you out of here." And that exactly what he did. And he treated her body and he treated her life like it meant nothing. He had no consideration of her parents, no consideration of the loved ones, of friends. And it was easy for him because he didn't know her parents. He didn't know her friends. I mean, even though they will still take you out of here if you know the friends and family and all that. But I think it's much easier, especially if you don't know none of her family and friends. You have no relationships with them. So it's just like F everybody. So it's just sad that this has to go that way. I think it'd be easier, and when you're dealing with these men, to feel like they need to feel like, hey, you want to date me, you got to date my whole family. Okay. You got to get in with my whole family. But, a lot of people don't want their family in their business because of the judgmental, so I understand that. So the whole situation is kind of, is something. It says my daughter is 22 and I still get all of her friends' information when she go out and get the license plates. Good for you, Lola Rose. Lola Rose, you need to tell these other people that. Good for you. Good for you. Know their names, Lola Rose, because y'all seen too many situations. These girls and daughters and sons end up missing and nobody know nothing. They don't even know the friends. Now, you know how embarrassing that is? Your daughter is dead And police talking about, well, who friend did she go off with? And you can't even tell nobody who your daughter went off with. You can't even tell the police what man she been dating. I don't know. That child, is that embarrassing or what? It's like you really don't know your daughter at all. You think you know your daughter, but you don't know your daughter. You don't know your daughter. You don't know your son. You don't know a lot of things they get into. You have no clue. What are you parenting? How could you parent them if you don't know what you're parenting? Okay. So good for you, Lola Rose. Not my brothers, the Kangs. Well, I gotta say that because I don't want to come off and sound negative. And my brothers and Kangs, don't that sound a little bit more better than saying that N word? Because I told you guys I'm gonna stop saying that N word, and I have. I haven't said the N word, and I don't know how long. And I don't even cuss. I probably slip up, but that's about it. It says we pray on it. All we can do is pray. I have 4 adult kids, 1 left at home. That's a minor. And that's all you can do is pray that nobody hurts your children. I hear you, but I disagree with you, Bailey, just because I was a teen and my mom could do way more than pray. Okay. She could have gotten more involved. First of all, not be so judgmental, open up a space where I could talk to her about things. And I tell her more, but my parents, they were so, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. We're not gonna have that friendship conversation. I'm your authority. I am this, I am that. So they wanted that seat so bad that shoot. Don't you know how these brothers out here and how the brothers treat the police? Where the police come and the police ask questions and they like, we ain't talking, we ain't snitching. I had that same code with my parents that was so authority and always praying. I'm not telling them nothing. I treated them just like the po-pos. I ain't snitching on myself. I ain't saying y'all nothing. Y'all don't need to know. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all what y'all want to know. I'm praying too. Okay? You praying, I'm praying too. Okay, we all praying. It's way more you can do than pray. Okay, that's how I feel. But if you have that belief and that's your religion, so be it. But it says she probably knew her parents would not approve of him. Yes, of course she probably knew her parents would not approve of him. But look, I mean, look what that guy. It don't go anywhere. And it's sad that she couldn't be open and tell her parents, listen, I'm dating this older guy. He's 29. I like him. I would rather for their parents. I would rather for her to feel comfortable and say, this is the man I'm dating. And to introduce this old man to the parents. And I would rather for the parents to question him and to get to know him. Okay. And then come to tell the daughter, okay, this is what we obsess about this man, X, Y, and Z, And I would rather for the parents to already have, like when she's 12, 13, talking about boys, talking about men, the type of men you want to date, type of men you want to avoid. Already gone through that because you already know it's coming. It's no way in avoiding it. Okay. It's no way to avoid it. Most likely these people want to be in a relationship sometime or another. You better talk to them young before it's too late, because when they hit 15, baby, it be already too late. They be already in their program. Their mind be already made up. They waited on you. And guess what? When you're not there, they go on social media. They go on to their friends. And they already started with their friends and social media. So now you want to come in and try to parent, girl? Sit down. Sit down. Say, no, it's never too late. You can try, but I think the later that you wait, the more challenging it would be. Okay. Yep. I remember I have a little my cousin. She's like my little niece, my little sister. When she was 16, she did date an older guy that was, I believe, in his 20s or whatever, younger 20s. And I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was cool, but she was going to do it anyway. And I would rather for her parents to know who this guy is than to be like me and sneak behind my parents' back. Because I did it, but I snuck around my parents' back and they didn't know anything. And I would rather for my parents to know what was going on. I wouldn't have to deal with a lot of shit. I had to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. I had one guy, he was threatening to tell my parents my everything. So I was like, okay, I still be with you. And a lot of times when well, for me, when I was young and I got into a relationship not really realizing maybe I don't want to be with him, it was hard for me not to get out that situation because a lot of older guys, they will threaten to do something bad if you leave them. They don't want you to go. And you do feel alone. So I was cool with her parents knowing him because she would have did it behind their back regardless. Now, they have a great relationship still. Now she don't go with the same guy. She's with another guy now. But I always think it's better to have an open dialogue because I grew up as a child and I did not have an open dialogue. And I think that's horrible because I had to go through a lot of stuff myself and I had to teach myself. I had to grow through my experiences. My parents didn't teach me about relationships and stuff like that. All they told me was to pray and threw a Bible in my face. And that was it. But I had to learn everything else myself. So that's my stance on that. Okay. Make them say, nah, 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 nah. It says we have to be active with our children, get in their world, and lead with empath and understanding, and to be honest with them, be safe in space, and kids need to know parents can discern things. I think that's absolutely right, Ashley. And I agree with you 100%. I think everything you said, I agree with 100%. And it's sad because kids do not look at parents like that. Now I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm going back to my childhood. We have to active with our children and get in their world. My parents would never get into my world. That's because my world to my parents is worldly, is not of God. So they could never go there. Okay. So it said now I would tell you guys this, my parents now are so much better. Like my parents now, they want to get in my world. My parents now, they're so supportive, especially with me being a transgender. My parents are very supportive and they'll tell everybody, yes, my daughter's a transgender and we love her so much. However, back in the day, oh no, it was so opposite. So I'm so thankful that growth, and I'm so thankful that I am able to experience love and all this. It's just a blessing. But coming up, it was definitely it wasn't what it's not. It wasn't given what it's given now. Okay, so it says with empathy and understanding. Now, my parents did not have no empathy or understanding. It was more like it's God's way or no way. Okay? It's God's way or no way. Okay? So what does that make me do? It just make me want, okay, I have to fake the funk. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what you say. I'm going to repeat that too, but that's not really going to be me. And then I'm going to realize a lot of stuff that you say is baloney because you claim to have the spirit of whatever the spirit you have, and you cannot discern that I'm faking it. And I'm like, this stuff is so baloney right now. You can't even discern that I'm faking it. I'm giving you what you want and you praising me because I'm singing the same praises you are. But I'm doing something else. And I think a lot of kids be feeling like that way. They're like, as long as you fake it, like, and get them off your back, because at the end of the day, I have to live my life. I'm not going to live your life, and I don't want you to live your life through me because whatever you have done. And it says, be honest. See, my parents were not honest. It says with them be a safe space. I didn't have no safe space. Ashley, I didn't have no safe space, Ashley. Okay. It said kids need to know their parents can discern things. Back then it was just like they're nosy and they just make up stuff. But they ain't concerned too much, because if that's the case, then this girl, their parents would discern that she was messing with this 29-year-old, and they had no clue that their daughter was messing with the 29-year-old. However, if you're saying if that 19-year-old would have took that 29-year-old home and say, hey, this is a guy I'm interested in, I'm thinking about getting to know, yes, they could tell her things to have discernment and to be a team player and a home player. I definitely agree with that. So it says my oldest daughters are 23 and 20 and 23, and I let them know who they are when they come and go. I always told them to come and talk to me, even if they think I get upset. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you have that door for them, Lady Anna, so they can always come to you and talk. And I would say this, I have a cousin that he just had a panic attack. And they said, anxiety attack. They say anxiety comes from triggering, like from your childhood, but he does not open up. He doesn't talk to anybody. And I think that's sad when your kids cannot open up, they can't talk, they don't feel comfortable talking, they don't have a safe space in their parents. And I talked to his mom and I'm like, so what's going on? Why is he not talking? There's something going on, because anxiety, it has something to do with triggers and things. They were like, well, he ain't gonna talk to me. He won't talk to his daddy. He won't talk to me. He say he like talking to you because you ain't judging. And he talks to this, and he talks to that. And I'm like, oh my God, he is just in a bad environment, even though it's by his parents. A lot of kids do not feel safe in their parents, with their parents. A lot of kids don't want to talk to their parents because they don't feel safe there. So that's sad to hear. And so I have to try to work better to let him know I'm here for him. If he wants to come down and visit me to get away from all that chaos, I think that's a great deal. And I think he needs to get into some classes or somebody that he can really talk to about how he feels and just express himself without the judgment. Because when you talk to parents and you tell parents their mistakes and how you feel like they got it wrong, parents are so, not all, but they so offended. They get so offended. Well, why you saying like that? Well, I did the best I can do. I did the best Parents be getting so offended. You can't talk to them because it's like, okay, anything that I say that I feel that you done that did this to me, you're going to take the wrong way. So it's no point. Who wants that headache? But yeah, it says you have to be that parent to your daughters and sons. Things have changed. Sometimes you have to be that parent and not a friend. Yeah. So when they're 19, how could she, because the parents in this situation, they were parents. I don't think the friend, the daughter and her parents, they didn't have a friendship relationship. So in this situation, they never had a friendship relationship. And that is partially why the reason the parents had no idea she was dating this 29 years old. Had no idea. A lot of parents have no idea what their kids are doing because they don't have that safe space to talk to them about anything, because you come as authority figure, which that's what you want. But like I would say again, do people in the streets, do brothers and sisters, do they come to the police just because they know something is bad, something did bad? Do they just come to the police and say, hey, I want to report this. I seen somebody and I think they were selling sugar boogers to an underage person and I want to report it? Most likely they're not going to do it. They don't even like talking to authority. So if you have a community that feels this way about authority, you can imagine what they feel about parents, which is an authority figure. They're not going to talk unless they have that type of space where they can really express how they feel without feeling like they're going to get some type of backlash or judgment for it. So you have to learn how to navigate, especially when your child is coming of age and they're being a young adult. So, whoa, 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 whoa. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Our parents were raised different. If you're 35 and older, our parents didn't have no empathy or sympathy. Everything was swept under the rug. Yes, 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 yes. And that was terrible. I was a child, like, that was terrible. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Okay. So I'm going to continue on.
That Thomas left his car in the Tyco parking lot and stole a truck that was parked there. The stolen truck was later found at ECU Health Buford Hospital in Washington, where Thomas was subsequently arrested. His arrest comes after a joint investigation by the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office, Pasquotank County Sheriff's Office, and the Chowan County Sheriff's Office. Investigators believe AMARRIAH was killed.
Karma said, I know people that say their kids are their best friends. I never understand that. Why don't you understand it? You know, I would say now my mom is my best friend. However, I can never talk to my mom about anything that, like, I talk to you guys about stuff I can never talk to my mom about, just because she's like my mom. I can never say boss around my mother. I can never cuss in a conversation with my mom. I can never talk about, when I'm talking about the wood and 10 inches. I can never have that conversation with my mom. But I do say she my best friend. I'm like, well, why do I say she my best friend? I think I say she my best friend because I feel like her love and her passion for me is so unmatched. And I feel like if I was in trouble, she will come running. She will sacrifice herself to save me. And that's why I call her my best friend. Not because I can't talk to her like she don't know the guys I'm dating. I talk to you guys about the guys I'm dating before I talk to my mom about that. Um, because my mother, she's warrior a lot. She's a warrior. She's always been a warrior. And I have an issue sometimes when I tell my mom I'm going through stuff because she feels like it's her responsibility to fix it. And I'm like, I'm not telling you because I want you to do something about it. I just need somebody to vent to. I just need somebody to hear my issue. But I still call her my best friend despite that. But I do realize that I don't talk to my mom about everything. I can't. She worries too much. She don't like a lot of conversation talk with, the wood and stuff like that. But I still call her my best friend despite, because I know nobody can love me like she loved me. It's unmatched. So that's why I call her my best friend. All right. So let's continue on.
Different location, and that evidence was found at a home in Edenton where Thomas had been living.
Okay, but you're grown. These women say that about their young children. I have said that at first. Sorry about that. I should have said, "Oh yeah, it's okay." Well, yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about the kids and stuff.
A look into Thomas's past revealed he was a local tattoo artist, and he and AMARRIAH met.
Come on, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Tommy donated $10. Hey, Tommy. Tommy says she wasn't in a gang related and she was grown, but it's a pain will never. It was a head-on crash. The men stole a car and was going wrong on the highway. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tommy. She wasn't in a gang related and she was grown, but it's a pain will never. It was a head-on crash. The man stole a car and was going the wrong way on the highway. Oh, that's horrible. The man was going the wrong way on the highway and just happened to hit her. And Tommy, I believe she's talking about a personal. That's something personal.
Having tattoo work done. Thomas was known for his choice of younger women, often preying on them, using violent tactics to control them. In fact, just 3 years prior to meeting AMARRIAH, he shot another young woman, but was let go, free to walk, free to hurt another innocent woman. Elizabeth City State University expressed its thoughts on AMARRIAH's tragic and sudden passing, stating, "Her untimely death, which occurred off campus, has left our community saddened. Please keep AMARRIAH's family and loved ones in your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time." A representative from the Chowan County Sheriff's Office stated, "We extend our sympathy to AMARRIAH's family and are thankful for the joint effort between many different law enforcement agencies as we continue to work through this investigation together." Although an arrest has been made, AMARRIAH's family is still struggling to pick up the pieces. They want answers. They want justice. Her mother says one of the most daunting realities of it all is that she has no idea exactly when or how AMARRIAH was murdered. In a heartfelt post, a family member stated the following, "As I sit here and think of you and remember all the times you stayed with your Aunt Bucci and your Uncle Fred, you were so full of life. When I say our family is heartbroken, this is so painful. But God, we will always remember you, baby girl, and you will remain in our hearts. Spread your wings and fly high, AMARRIAH Smith."
We are hearing from the grieving family of a college student here in the East who officials believe was murdered. The body of Elizabeth City State University student AMARRIAH Smith was believed.
This mistake. Any parents that's listening, wrap your hand around your child, because once they're gone, you can't wrap your arms around it no more.
He didn't have to kill her. I don't know why he killed her.
The State Bureau of Investigation say they believe Smith was recently murdered by 29-year-old Jordan Thomas of Edenton in Chowan County. And on Wednesday night, Smith's parents, LaWayne and Turkisha Odom, say they opened their front door to hear that their daughter's remains were believed to be found.
We didn't just lose her to death. Somebody stole her from us. This grown man preying on young girls. My child fell victim because she probably was the weaker one.
She said that her child felt victim because she was the weaker one. She said her daughter was stolen from a predator, this guy here that preys on young girls. Okay. So that is just so sad to hear. My only advice I would say to people that have young daughters and even young boys, you start want to having a conversation about dating and who to look for and what you want and who you are in a relationship at a very young age. I would say 11, 12 years old. I wish my parents would talk to me about relationships, okay? Instead, he talked to me about relationships. But I don't think my parents did that because they felt, I'm assuming, that by telling me about relationships, it would probably push me to be in relationships even more at that time. And that's not the case. You know, by you educating your child and letting the child know, okay, these are the warning signs of a narcissist. Okay. This is what they do, and know who you are. What are your principles, son, when it comes to relationship? What are your standards? What you'll fall for, what you won't fall for. Now, what if she try to play you that way? Now, what if she do that? No, have these conversations, these scenarios. You see a stuff happen all the way on the news. Talk about stuff that's on the news. What do you think about this, son? They did this and that happened. What would you do if you're in that situation? What do you think? I don't think a lot of parents have these conversations continuously about these situations, and maybe they feel bad because they're in a messed up relationship themselves. Okay, because I think some people feel like, well, hell, how can I teach my son or my daughter about relationships when I failed at it, when I'm in a relationship or a marriage right now and I can't stand his daddy and he knows that. So I think sometimes that may get in the way. I don't know, and maybe sometimes these parents just don't know what to tell them either. Okay. But if you don't tell them, somebody is. I tell you that. If you don't tell, somebody will. either social media or somebody gonna say something. It may not be of your liking and it may not do them justice, you know. So here he is. Can you imagine that? This man right here, he look unhinged. Why his hair like that? Why isn't his hair together? He don't have no grooming or nothing. I know y'all don't like criminals, but I just want to sit and just say, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? And can we be honest? A lot of us and a lot of you guys are entertaining men that have taken a woman's life before. You just don't know it. Just like it's a lot of y'all entertaining down low men, it's a lot of you guys entertaining down low killers. Men that have taken bodies and it's on the low low, you know? So ain't that crazy to think that you can be dating somebody that have taken somebody's life? Well, it's a big possibility because these are the criminals that just get caught. But what about all the people that got these bodies and they never been caught? What about all these guys that's SA people and never been caught? There's a lot of them out there. And they don't look like creeps either. So that's just something to think about. Let's go.
Say their daughter knew Thomas because she often went to his tattoo shop near Elizabeth City State University where she was a sophomore. On Thursday, Thomas was arrested and charged in Beaufort County for concealing the death of a person.
If he can see this, and to his family, he raised a monster.
A murder warrant was obtained for Thomas in Chowan County, but Smith's mother says she isn't even sure what day her daughter was killed.
I don't even know when my baby died. I don't even know when he killed her exactly.
Smith's father says his daughter isn't the only young girl Thomas has harmed.
He hurt another young lady that we just found out 3 years ago. He shot another young lady and he let him walk away free. And I'm beating myself up because if they had to did something then, my daughter should be here with me now.
Smith was majoring in elementary education at ECSU, and her
Wow, ain't that something? What do y'all think about that? And can you imagine? It was 2 weeks. They did not know where their daughter was. Could you imagine calling around trying to figure out where your daughter is? Huh? You don't know where your 19-year-old daughter is? It's been a week. A week went past and you have not heard nothing. You don't know who she was around. You don't know her boyfriend or nothing. That's why it's important to know and to have that open dialogue where your kids will be honest and tell you who they're dating, who's they're around. And I think a friendship is nice. Because Lord knows if something ever happened to me, especially in my past, my parents wouldn't have known nothing because my parents never had a relationship with me. They would not have known nothing. So I don't think that is a great situation to have. I think it's very dangerous and it does you a disservice because anything would have happened to your child, you're going to be left in the dark. And then you're going to have to realize that, wow, your child was into this, your child was into that, and you don't even know your child. And that's sad when you don't know who your child is. You really never got the chance to really get to know your child. Your child been faking it this whole time, just saying yes or no or being what you want them to be, but behind closed doors, so in their real life, there's somebody totally different. Ain't that it? So they had no idea that she would even be interested in that type of man. Ooh, I would tell her to do better. Okay, we want high value men, not scrubs and dusties, girl. Okay, and I hope he didn't sucker her with a free tattoo. I would no. If a man try to give you something for free, then you know that it's a catch with it. And when you talk to your kids, don't talk to them with you better not take nothing from them. If a man give you something, you gonna have to give out. You bet not. You can't talk to your kids like that because they know, okay, I can't talk to this crazy lady about nothing. And they still gonna take stuff from a man thinking they can get over with him, okay? I had some older relatives that talk like that, and it went in one end out and it went out the other. Okay. I'm not gonna tell them nothing. They too rough when it comes to those type of conversations. They're not understanding. Because shoot, I've taken things from guys, and I didn't give out, so that's not the case with everybody, but I do realize it is the case with a lot of people, and you have to, be cautious and know these streets, you know, and the streets are cruel, you know. So, man, oh man, it's a lot to be said. It is a lot to be said. So what are y'all saying in this conversation? He looks demonic and he has a history. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah, I wish they would have told her, listen, when you get a man, get his full name and look him up in the system. I wish they would have told him there's so many kings out here that are dangerous kings. Anytime you meet a man, take a picture of his ID, send it to me, or look him up in this system. I want to give her a website. Here, I'm going to give you this website. I'm going to pay for it, okay? So don't worry about it. But anytime you meet a man, you make sure you get his whole name, sweetheart. And I want you to put it in the system. Just make sure you ain't dealing with a criminal or he ain't no SA or nothing like that. You just always got to be careful. I think that'd be a nice thing to get her. Or, also get her a pow pow. I think when she's in her teens, I think I've never had this, but I would love to do it to my kids. My kids that's 10, 11, and 12. Let's go to the gun range, kids. Yeah. I know y'all probably don't like it, but I think these kids coming up the age, especially girls, you need to know how to protect yourself with the gun. You need to know how it works. You need to know how it feels. You need to know how to shoot name. And it's legal. You can take your kids out for shooting. It is legal. So why not exercise those type of things? I think if she had a gat on her, a strap on her, this could have been different. You understand? So I think it's a lot of things that we can start teaching these kids and to prevent. So her having the access to that app where she has his full name and she can look him up and she knows, okay, this is a criminal I'm dealing with. And her having access to a strap, I think the situation could have been played out differently if she had those two things that gave her access, and those parents gave her access to that at a very early age, and that she already knew to look up any guy that's interested in her and that she's programmed to do it. Okay. I think that would have helped because she's a very educational girl, She just needed some street sense, and she needs some knowledge when it comes to these men, because she lacks knowledge when it comes to the men. And a lot of these girls, they lack a lot of knowledge when it comes to dating. And they are saying that's where a lot of Black sisters are failing at, is in the dating category. Okay. So it's a lot to be said. Mm, 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 mm. What they say, never let them isolate you. It's normal in Arizona. You start teaching your kids how to use a pow pow in like 7 or 8 year old, and it's legal. Well, that's good, but a lot of us, we don't utilize that. The only time the kids are using a pow pow is illegally inside of a gang. But what about the good kids? What about the kids that want to live for the future? They also need to learn how to use a pow pow, how to carry it. They need to know the law. And I think another thing, I think that parents need to start teaching their kids about the laws. My parents didn't talk to me about the laws. The only laws my parents sat down and talked to me was the law of the Bible. Okay. The 10 Commandments. That's it. Listen, that's cute and all, but them 10 Commandments, I need to know about the law of this land that I'm living in. I need to know what I can do, what I can't, what's against the law. Okay. Because if I had a pow pow and somebody was coming up to my lawn, I thought I had the right to just to take them out of here. They said I cannot do that. If a person is walking up on my lawn and I told them to get back, I'm going to pop. I can't just go pound pound. They have to, I guess, to come in or do something. And you got to let your kids know too that all laws change. Laws do change. So you have to keep up to date. You have to keep up to date. You have to teach your kids about voting. And if you want to change laws, then you have to vote and this and that. I feel like it's so many things. Looking at my family and friends, they don't be teaching their kids nothing. They don't be parenting. They don't be parenting. They be so lazy with it. Okay. Oh my God. It's so much you can teach your young ones on a daily, you know? So it says, yeah, you have to let them in the house, tell them to leave. If they don't leave, then you can pow pow crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not gonna let them in. I'm not gonna let them in. I tell you that. I tell you that much. Oh, wow, wow, wow. But I think it's always signs, especially when you're dealing with a guy of his age. It's always signs they give that they're not dealing with a full deck of cards. I would want to ask him in the beginning, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a relationship? And he'll probably tell me, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for someone to call my wife and all that. Because usually, most likely, they do tell you all this. And they tell you all this because they kind of think that this is what women want to hear. Well, I'm a different type of woman because I don't want to hear all that. I would be like, listen, I'm 19. I'm not looking for nothing serious. I'm not even looking for no boyfriend. Shit, if I was 19, I would tell him I'm a lesbian. Girl, listen, if I was a woman, if I was, I am on, but if I was like, you know what I mean, 19, when I see him, I'll be like, listen, man, I'm a lesbian. I'll be like, I don't do no men, okay? I'll be a cold stone lesbian for real. Oh my God, I would lie. I'd be like, I'm a lesbian. Okay. But I don't know what she saw in him. I'm assuming he's probably tried to get her with the free tattoos. Like, yeah, I'll hook you up with a tattoo. If you go out on a date with me. That's what I see in him. I see him saying some stuff like that. Yeah, I got you. I'll give you a discount. Don't worry about it. Just come see me sometime. Yeah, I want to hook you up. Yeah, do you mind if I take you on a date sometime? I think you're very beautiful and this and that and that. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, I had to tell my daughter, listen, you deserve a king. I mean, you deserve a top value man. You 19, okay? You're friendly. You 19, you're friendly, you fresh, and you fit. Okay? You deserve a high value man. You don't deserve to be with him. You don't give no dusty your time. Didn't Samuel Jackson, or what's his name? Samuel something. He said, you young, you friendly, and you fit. Okay, look, you got the whole deck in your hands, girl. Okay, you don't entertain guys like this. You don't even give them an idea that you're interested, because if they feel like they have a chance and they get rejected, then they're really in their feelings and they will try to take you out of here, taking away your future. First of all, can we talk about the tattoo? If this was my daughter, I would be like, okay, you want to get a tattoo? Okay, I want to know the ratings. Because with me, I rate everything, sweetheart. I'll be like, okay, we going to this place, like go and get my threads. I I looked at the reviews before I went to the thread shop, and I just wanted to make sure they had the top views before I went there. And if homeboy with the tattoo, if he don't got the top reviews, I'd be like, nah, sweetheart, we not going to him. We gonna go over here. Even if it's an hour away, they got the best reviews with the tattoos. I'll be like, listen, daughter, I pay for it, but we want the best of the best. Okay. That's how I be grooming my daughter. Honey, we want the best of the best. We're not about to go to this raggedy ass, sorry to cuss, tattoo shop that hire him. Oh no. Oh no. How they even hire him that popped a woman in the beginning? You know what I mean? That's just me. Just like my cousins, they want to be having surgery, right? And I'd be like, no, you're not gonna go to that person. You need to go to the best of the best surgeon, okay? You need to go there. You need to go there. No, we're not going to the wherever they be going. Where they going? The DR? No, we're not going to no DR, honey. Okay. They got too much death over in DR. No, no, no. Okay. Whew. I know I took my day to get her first tattoo. She's 19. Yeah, I think that's right, Ebony. And Ebony, if the parents would have took her to get her tattoo, I don't think they would have even linked up because he know, okay, she got a mama and a daddy that's always around. Yeah. I used to lie and tell dudes I was interested in. I wasn't interested in. I was a lesbian. I don't blame you. I tell them I'm a lesbian too. Oh, I can't wait to say that. Oh, I can't wait to use that excuse. I'm a lesbian. I sure would have did that. I'm a lesbian. I would have said that with a smile. I don't like men. I'm a lesbian. Yes. Oh my God. I love saying that I'm a lesbian. I don't know why I feel so empowering. Uh-huh. Oh my goodness. All right. So tomorrow I'm going to try to do more gossip. Tomorrow I'll probably come on real late. And I have an upload that I'm going to do tomorrow as well. I'm going to do an upload in the live. They still try to talk to me. You see, they don't respect lesbians. Ain't that sad? They don't respect lesbians. You know, they trying to turn you out to be a heterosexual. You see, all these heterosexual men's always trying to force their straight agenda on lesbians. Okay? But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about how the straight men agenda trying to turn lesbians to the heterosexual. Leave them alone. And nobody cares either. Y'all don't have outrage when a man is trying to turn a lesbian to a heterosexual. But let a homosexual trying to turn a heterosexual a homosexual, then it's outrage. Okay? You see the double standards? You see the double standards? Ooh, I'll tell you. Yes, we never owe truth to strangers. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. Woo. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys giving us space to talk about such traumatic things that's going on in our community still even today. It's horrible. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you guys, and good night. DJ. Y'all probably can't even hear the DJ because the music's so low.